Who was Clara Barton? If you're curious about one of the most influential women in American history, you're in the right place. Let's talk about Clara Barton, a name that resonates with courage, compassion, and dedication. Clara Harlow Barton was born in Massachusetts in 1821, the youngest of 5 children. She didn't have a traditional medical background. Instead, she worked as a clerk for her older brother and at the patent office, and she was also a teacher. Despite her lack of medical experience, Clara's life took a dramatic turn when the Civil War broke out in 1861. When the first units of federal troops arrived in Washington, D.C., Clara was one of the first volunteers to help care for wounded soldiers at the Washington Infirmary. After her father's death in late 1861, she decided to leave the city hospitals and go directly to the battlefields to help the soldiers. Her presence was a godsend, especially at the Battle of Antietam, where surgeons were struggling to make bandages out of corn husks. Clara organized men to perform first aid, carry water, and prepare food for the wounded. Clara's commitment was unwavering. She traveled with the Union Army in 3 army wagons filled with supplies, providing aid to both Union soldiers and Confederate prisoners. Her work was not limited to just medical care. She also documented the appalling conditions wounded soldiers faced, which further fueled her determination to help. Clara's efforts didn't go unnoticed. She was affectionately called the American Nightingale and Angel of the Battlefield for her selfless service. However, her work came with risks. She nearly died from illness in South Carolina and had to recover in one of her own hospitals on Hilton Head Island. Towards the end of the war, Clara established the Bureau of Records of Missing Men of the Armies of the United States. This initiative helped locate soldiers who were missing in action and identify those buried in anonymous graves. Through her work, she and her staff were able to identify around 22,000 missing soldiers. After the Civil War, Clara's focus shifted to women's rights. She was well acquainted with leaders like Susan B. Anthony and shared their goal of promoting women's suffrage. But Clara's most lasting legacy is perhaps the founding of the American Red Cross in 1880. She modeled the organization after its international counterpart and served as its first president until 1904. Under her leadership, the American Red Cross provided aid to victims of natural disasters and continued to support the military. Clara's dedication to helping others continued well into her old age. She volunteered her services for the final time during the Spanish-American War, aiding refugees and prisoners in Cuba. Her life was a testament to her unwavering commitment to serving others, and her legacy continues to inspire people to this day. In summary, Clara Barton was a teacher, self-taught nurse, humanitarian, lobbyist, writer, and philanthropist who revolutionized battlefield medicine and founded the American Red Cross. Her life was marked by extraordinary service and a relentless drive to help those in need.